expecting closure without change. So this is where we cannot fully repair the past if it's still happening. So the mistake is saying, I'm really sorry that happened. I'm going to commit to those changes. I'm never going to do that again. But then the behaviors or the boundaries or the ways of relating or behaving or communicating are still happening, the things that caused hurt in the first place. Resentment can only heal when there's a sense of safety, a felt sense of safety, and evidence that we are now in a new narrative. If you get an apology and there's no change in behavior, it's not going to feel like you can truly turn the page. Your nervous system and your psyche is not going to really be open to the new story or seeing them in a new light if there's things still happening in the present moment that you associate with past hurts. So let's say the thing that you need repair around is your spouse was talking about you to family members in a way that really wasn't having your back. And they've acknowledged it and they've apologized, and it seems like there should be repair, but there's still those conversations happening. You're still hearing like that they said something and you don't have evidence that that's not still happening. Then it's going to be really hard to settle into that and to truly receive the repair. It might be something you hear in your brain, but it's not something that goes into your body, and your nervous system doesn't really internalize that emotional safety. And if you're the offending spouse and you're working on making some changes, a common one is infidelity if it's an emotional affair, or like let's say you've been secretive with your phone, maybe you've had issues with that, you've said you're sorry, you've committed to change, but then they want more transparency so that they can have like proof that that's not still happening and you're not going to give that to them. Well, then they don't have any evidence that that's not still happening. In rebuilding trust and in repairing, you have to be willing to prove that the behaviors have changed, that you can stand firmly in the new story and the new ways of relating. The past is over now. There's nothing happening that would remind them of how it used to be. So this is a positive thing because it forces you to move into a new direction. What is the new narrative of a relationship? How do I show up in a way that would not remind my partner of the things that hurt them in the past? Because if you try to have them get over something in the past when it's still happening now, I mean, that's just not realistic. It's a little bit absurd to expect that. It's not healthy and it's simply not possible. So if that's you and you're like, well, I said I was sorry and I'm not doing it anymore, but I'm not willing to give them anything that would assuage their concerns or prove it, then you're in the wrong. You're the reason why there's not repair.